Oh, that you gave me access to.
Oh yeah, there's some classic Black Cat.
Yeah, like there's.
There.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, where do her nipples start?
On the entire left of her boob.
Yeah.
Marvel Comics 3, Black Cat. Yeah.
If she was showing side boob, it'd be nipple.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Oh my god, is that real?
Oh, that's a ball of yarn. No, that can't be real. Original art. Yeah, that's not real.
Of course it is.
Yeah,
some weird. Look again. Look, where's her nipples?
What? They're there. They're there, bro.
They're so left and right. It's ridiculous. Oh my god.
They're like over here. Hang on. There's a very famous.
Like cockeyed nipples.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Apparently, for Black Cat, it is. That's why her and Peter never work out. Mary Jane. There's a real famous picture of Mary Jane, and it's a genuine comic picture. There it is. No, there it is. It's a famous.
It's pity about the quality, but
yeah,
I get what you mean.
This one.
I'm not mad at that picture.
Is that any better?
Oh, there we go.
There you are. Yeah, and that's her in a spider in what she looks like as
her
Spider
body
Woman.
Makes no sense.
Makes
there.
completely no sense. Yeah, the proportions are all wrong.
They're so wrong.
But
It's amazing. No, I love it.
Spider-Man's a lucky guy.
Her waist.
There we go.
Oh, it's deadly.
Yeah.
I'm such a geek. It's ridiculous.
And that's why I've always liked redheads.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Always.
That is I just love how
they're
it
both
makes
ridiculous.
no sense.
They're both ridiculous.
No sense. It's like the Captain America poster.
Yeah.
Black Widow.
Yeah. Well, then there's this. But the recreation.
Oh, it's the same thing.
But you could never recreate it, you know?
It's the same thing. I'm sure the point is this is someone real.
Yeah.
I wish the guy jumping outside was real as well. He's just falling to his death.
He's falling to his death. Yeah, that would be good. Anyway, should we start the podcast now?
Yeah, we should before we
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
We go to Pornhub.
There's probably a few good 3D models you can find.
I'm sure there is.
Anyway, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 11 of the Straight to Series podcast. My name is Connor. And we were just going through what started as some terrible comic book art led to me showing you what men thought women dressed like in the 90s.
It's amazing.
It's very different.
You sure educated me.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be educated.
Every woman had triple D boobs, a waist that was this size.
What creep is drawing this as well? Because you know
Rob
it's
Liefeld.
like
Rob Liefeld.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hit him up.
Yeah. Everyone check him out. Just Google Rob Liefeld. It's tons of humorous pictures.
It's ridiculous.
It's completely ridiculous.
I just love it as well because when he's submitting it, if there's any female that works in that office in Marvel or whatever comic book company he's working for now, she has to look at him every day and go, really?
You can totally see why like the designs for costumes now are far more reasonable and more covered up, especially for women. But because they were so egregiously bad and like over-sexualized in the 90s and early 2000s. But at the same time, every man in comics was insanely ripped.
Ridiculous as well. It made no sense, just like their bodies make no sense.
The only person who has come close to looking as ripped as their character is Hugh Jackman. He's the he's the only one who is on Wolverine.
You know what?
Level.
Chris Evans though. He's not as ripped but as big.
As big, definitely.
Still, it's still unattainable.
It
like,
totally is.
Henry Cavill, really, when I see him in the movie, I'm like, he's just like Superman. And then you see actually how Superman looked in the comics. I'm like, he's not even.
Well,
he's
normally
not even close.
they don't normally give Superman abs, they normally just give Superman this big chest,
huge chest,
hairy chest as well.
Do they give him a hairy chest?
Superman has a hairy chest.
Austin Powers,
him and Batman have hairy chests. Yeah, definitely. There's
of course, Batman has a hairy chest.
Well, there's one of Batman. This is super nerd deep dive, but whenever him and Ra's al Ghul get in a sword fight, Batman's shirt comes off.
Why not?
Every single time. If you Google it, every time it's Ra's al Ghul and Batman fighting with like sabers, and his shirt is off every single time, and he has the hairy chest and everything. It's comic book standard. Same way that Spider-Man has no hair, you know. Spider-Man is always hairless most of the time.
Yeah, but he's kind of a boy, isn't that?
Yeah,
the whole thing
exactly.
as well.
Plus, he's like an acrobat, so he's normally.
Yeah, I suppose.
If you go images, there's probably a good one. There they are. There, boom. Or is it? Oh no, he doesn't have his shirt off. There it is.
Well, there's one from the cartoon where he's got his shirt off, but he's still got the cowl.
Oh,
I love it.
He has to keep the cowl on.
Yeah. Oh, I see it. Yeah, to the right.
To the right. There it is. That's classic.
Love it.
Yeah, shirt comes off.
Of course. Why not?
Yeah.
That's how real men settle arguments.
Totally.
By the fire. Oiled up. Shirtless. In your white briefs.
In your blue briefs.
And you go at it hard.
You just go fight at it hard.
You got to break through that ceiling.
You break him through. You break through.
I'm going to break him.
You break him. You take your saber. And
twist and you break.
You knock it against his saber and you just go for it.
Yeah.
This has been a rabbit hole that I thought
oh my god, it's terrible.
Would only last the intro, but it has now gone past the intro and we're still talking about this.
We apologise.
Yeah, well, I mean,
hey, it's straight to series, you know?
Yeah,
it's sex o'clock.
Yeah, sex
all
o'clock.
the time.
It is currently sex o'clock.
Sex o'clock.
It's probably because there's not a lot of news today, so we're trying to just stretch.
We stretch. When we have loads of news, we still just stretch everything because we cannot stop talking about films.
I think there's some stuff written in my notes from last week as well.
Is there? Oh, yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
But we should start with the big news this week, and that is the Avengers box office.
If you don't like the Avengers, you can't ignore it. It's going to piss you off even more.
Yeah.
And by the way, check your pockets because Disney has all your money.
It's true. They do.
It took all the money in the world last weekend.
Pretty much. 1.2 billion. In its first weekend.
Well, no, in 5 days.
5 days, yeah. So from Thursday.
Because a few people were saying 3 days. I'm like, no, it came out Thursday.
It came out Thursday, so it had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So it only made 1.2 billion in
that
5 days.
Yeah, it's not the
fucking
same.
Mental. Yeah. It's so crazy. It's
crazy.
Ridiculous. Avatar, watch your back.
Oh, fuck Avatar. I can't wait for Avatar to be overtaken. James Cameron to come up from his submarine and just...
Jake Sully,
yeah.
Sam Worthington's only job in the last few years is probably going to conventions for this.
Signing Jake Sully. Jake Sully's my favorite, you know.
And he's just like, really? Yeah. While he's signing it?
Yeah, really? Name one characteristic that Jake Sully has. Name one.
He's blue.
Oh, is he blue? No, he's white.
He becomes blue.
Oh, does he?
He's a man.
Oh, right. He's in a wheelchair.
He's in a wheelchair. He's got really tiny knees.
He does. He's very small legs.
Yeah,
there was some good CGI on his legs.
They were great. Yeah. Well, that CGI was great. He looks like he could stab someone with his knees.
Absolutely, yeah. Sharp-kneed Jake Sully.
Sharp knees.
Yeah.
What else? He wears clothes.
He does wear clothes, yeah.
He has, like, hair.
He looks like Sam Worthington.
He likes to blog.
Does he? Oh, yeah,
he does his video blogs. Well, he doesn't like it at first, and then I think he must have got a few views or whatever.
That's where you found out where those blogs, there's literally a timeline of how he slowly wants to fuck Neytiri.
It is, yeah.
He just goes in and he's like, you know, I'm ingratiating myself with... Sorry, it should be more monotone than that. It's Sam Worthington.
Yeah, Sam Worthington.
I'm ingratiating myself with these people. I'm falling deeply in love with this blue woman.
I'm madly in love with her right now. Well, I feel like what happened was at first he's like, oh, do I have to do this? And he's just looking at no subscribers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Then, 1 hour in, he's like, okay, we're up to 10,000 subscribers now. Everything's going great, guys. Because he loves those updates. You know when like they're trying to pull him away from it and all?
Yeah. We're still at the early stages where he's looking and there's no subscribers. That's where we're at the moment. Anyway.
Oh yeah, and on that note, like and subscribe.
Oh yeah, like and subscribe.
You need this in your life.
I mean, yeah, you probably do. I'm guessing your life is made better by us, and if it isn't, watch anyway.
Yeah, please do.
If something has a dramatic impact on your life in which it either improves or doesn't improve, I think we've done our job.
Yes, and you should send us some love on and Instagram and money.
Send money.
Yes.
Mainly money. All right. Speaking of money, what other records did Endgame break?
Well, it only broke all of them.
Oh.
So, actually, here's a good comparison. Domestic.
Oh, yeah.
Intake over 3 days, because I think it came out on Friday in America though, didn't it?
No, it was Thursday. It was 26 around the globe.
Why is it showing 3 days?
Because it had the widest release
ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
It was over 4,000 screens. It was like near 4,500 screens. It was mental.
But there was all these statistics saying that it couldn't make more than 300,000 in America in its opening weekend. Like
300 million.
300 million. Sorry, 300 million, not 300,000. Yeah, it could never make over 300 million, and it went above and beyond with that.
Above and beyond, indeed. So what did it make exactly? These are the actuals now in. So it's 357 million it made in its first weekend.
Crazy.
And you can see it's tracking. It's over 100 million more than The Force Awakens.
Yep.
In the same time period, pretty much.
110 million more.
Yeah.
Almost exactly.
It's crazy.
Deserves it, but it's crazy.
You want to see? Let's see if it says what records
Brad
broke.
Back at it again, Brad.
There he is. We gave him the moniker of Bennington, though, didn't we?
We did, yeah. Well, Brad Brevitt sounds close, but, Bennington is...
Oh, here we go. Look. Largest Thursday preview, 60 million. Widest opening, 4,662 theaters. Look, the previous one was actually close.
Yeah, but who was it held by?
Despicable Me 3. Here's something interesting. Despicable Me 3 is like half the runtime.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's a 90-minute movie.
Oh, right.
So you can nearly show that twice in the same space as showing Endgame once. Let me see.
All I know about Despicable Me 3 is that Trey Parker was in it. That's about as much as I know.
Yes, as the bad guy, the 90s bad guy. 1 hour and 30 minutes. Boom.
Wow, you were totally right.
Yeah. So you could show 2 of these. Now, of course, you need to clean the cinema and things like that.
Yeah.
But isn't it just interesting that you could actually show that movie nearly twice?
Minions make money.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Minions make
it's
a
ridiculous.
lot of money. I don't know why, though. They're so shit.
Oh, largest Friday opening in single day. Oh, it crushed Star Wars Force Awakens.
By 40 million, pretty much.
Almost, yeah. Largest Saturday.
Crushed.
Largest Sunday.
It beat Infinity War. Beat Infinity War. Number one movie
opening.
Market share. It beat Avengers Age of Ultron. Oh, wow.
So Age of Ultron obviously did really well.
I remember it did very, very well, but no one liked it. That was the takeaway from Ultron.
Also, you see, what does that mean exactly? Movie market share of that weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense because Age of Ultron didn't do as well in America as the first Avengers.
Yeah.
Or overall, it made 1.4 billion.
Yeah.
And the first Avengers made 1.5 billion.
Mm-hmm. But it still did. I mean, it's nothing to scoff at.
They made money.
Yeah, well, made more than money. They made fucking chump change.
They made
pretty
fucking
much.
gold.
Yeah. Disney just shits gold with these movies, pretty much.
Well, Dumbo didn't do that well.
Yeah, well, I mean,
but obviously they're going to get over it now.
Yeah, totally. They can afford to make all these movies that don't do so well because Marvel are bringing in the big bucks every single time they go to the cinema.
And Star Wars still hasn't. Actually, Solo did let them down.
Solo let them down.
Yeah.
Rogue One wasn't a great success box office.
1 billion.
Yeah, but compared to Force Awakens,
but it's Rogue One. It was a spin-off. It wasn't gonna. It was never gonna make 2 billion.
No, but I still think they were disappointed. I think they expected more from it.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I know it went from 2 billion to something like 1.3 or 1.4 billion for The Last Jedi.
Yeah, I think
considerably dropped.
Yeah. Well, Last Jedi didn't do well all around, pretty much.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Let's not get into it.
Yeah, let's not. Fastest to 100 million. 1 day. Previous record.
One
Star
day.
Wars The Force Awakens.
1 day.
Okay. Fastest to 150. 1 day. Fastest to 200 million. 2 days. This must be domestically.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is all domestic.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, there's international. Largest international opening, 859 million.
Oh my god.
Look, The Fate and the Furious was
Where's
the
that?
previous.
Oh yeah, previous international opening weekend.
With half of that.
Oh my god, it doubled the Fate of the Furious's money.
Fuck you, Fate of the Furious.
Yeah.
And we'll get back to Fast and Furious news later on because I know
yeah.
everyone's chomping at the bit to hear
You
it.
can't see this news yet.
Oh
Get
no.
it? Do you get it? Do you get what I did? You can't see this news yet. Do you get it?
Yeah. There's
Talking
a clue.
about John Cena.
Yeah.
There. That's the
Sounds.
news. Okay. What are the other records?
All of them. They did everything.
Global 4DX format opening weekend.
Have you seen anything in 4DX? Yeah.
No.
I seen Infinity War in 4DX. It's the first time I went to see
Any good?
a film in 4DX. The film's good. I don't need to see anything else in 4DX, and I probably won't. I kind of wanted to see Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Did you know? Because do you see what the
In
previous
40X.
record was held by?
See, because it's a new thing. That's why. That's it. Actually, that film still made, I think it's something like 1.3, 1.4 billion.
Jurassic World is a fine film. Fallen Kingdom is boring.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jurassic World's alright. I wouldn't love it.
I don't love it. It's fine, like I said, but it's just...
Girl runs in heels for like the whole movie. I feel bad for her feet.
Fair play to her. I think she insisted
Bryce
on
Dallas
doing it.
Howard?
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Beautiful woman.
She is. She does this strange thing where she always she slims down so fast and
Yes.
puts the weight back on so quickly.
Straight back up.
Yeah.
It's so weird when you see her. I've seen her on Instagram or Twitter and all like that, and I'm like, whoa. And I've done this thing where I keep thinking she's pregnant.
Oh yeah.
Because a lot of those women, the only time you actually really see them with a bit of weight on them is when they're pregnant.
Yeah.
And then they're like movie star thin again, and it's because like, I guess you put on some weight and you're a female movie star.
They're like, lose it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boom, you're down the bottom of the list.
Totally.
Like it's that harsh. At the same thing, if Jason Statham comes in with a pudge belly, they're like, wait, why are we hiring you?
Yeah, we already have Vin Diesel on this movie.
Yeah, exactly. We already got Pudge McGee over there.
Pudgy McGee is already here, so you know.
Someone call my name.
He's over in the craft services table, just dumping things in his face.
Yeah, he's blending. He's got a blender. He's like, oh, he's gonna like drink some fruit juices. Just a pizza in the blender.
It's a pure liquid diet. Means you don't gain any weight. Does it, Finn? Does it? You need to change your wife beater. You spilled turkey on it.
And he just takes it off, and there's another wife beater
on there. Yeah, another white one. Even more see-through than the last one.
Yeah, stop eating gravy for fuck's sake. He's just drinking gravy, and it's all over his wife beater.
Yeah. Is that a protein shake? Gravy.
It's gravy. It's like a gravy sandwich, and it's just getting everywhere. Goddamn Vin Diesel, get your shit together.
He's so disgusting.
Get your shit together. Stop drinking Corona while you're at it.
Yeah. Drink something good. Like
Heineken.
Yeah.
My best.
Or Dutch Gold.
Dutch Gold.
Yeah. If it ain't...
For all our American fans out there, Dutch Gold is like drinking Irishman piss. I don't know.
Right. So I thought we were going to ironic. I thought we were going to lie to them. Yeah. I was going to lie to them.
Order this shit online. It's import.
Yeah.
It's the good import stuff it is.
If it ain't Dutch, it's too much. That's what you need to remember.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
If it ain't gold, it won't be sold.
Oh,
and I'm just trying to jump on this bandwagon.
It's okay. I saw that written somewhere, so I stole it.
Oh, I didn't. I saw it written in my mind.
It was written in your head, and, and you projected it.
I projected it.
All right. Any more records we need to go over? I like to be
projected.
Global IMAX opening record 91.5.
All the records. It made all the money in the world.
I saw it in IMAX, and it's
how
beautiful.
Did you see it both times in IMAX?
No, second time I saw it normally.
I'm gonna see it in IMAX hopefully this weekend.
Yeah.
I really want to see it.
It was
my friend was on to me who had already seen it with me going, so what's the story with this week? Like, when are we going to see it again?
Oh, cool.
So I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it again and it was just as good, if not better. I enjoyed a lot of it more the second time around, I think.
I really enjoyed doing our spoiler review, which you guys should check out if you've seen it. I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, same.
It was nice just getting it all out there.
Yeah,
Connor gets emotional.
I do. I get emotional towards the end. My voice cracks, but not in the way that my balls haven't dropped like they normally do.
Yeah.
It cracks.
It was like double crack.
It was double crack. Yeah. The double crunch.
Not even like a tip of a ball. Like it was.
No.
Have you spoken to our colleague Anne Marie?
No.
She bawled 7 times, she told me, during the movie.
7 times?
She said she was sobbing, and some woman beside her was like, who was not into the movie at all, was just bringing her kids, was like, what the fuck is her problem? She told me she was so emotional. And in different points, like, she broke, I'm not going to spoil anything, but what broke you the most, she said she lost it. Towards the end.
Yeah.
She lost it.
That's good. That's a deep cut one to break at.
Oh my god. Yeah. She told me she broke. She told me when she was a kid she watched Shawshank Redemption and she cried for like a week.
Oh right.
So
okay.
Also, didn't he get raped in Shawshank Redemption?
Oh yeah, multiple times.
So yeah, she should be crying.
But then Mr. Krabs beats the shit out of that guy, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's all right then.
And then the worst part of Shawshank Redemption is when your man Brooks hangs himself.
Or the part where a man is in prison for like 30 years.
Nah. No, it's when the old man hangs himself because he can't deal with the outside world.
Oh, that is so sad.
Yeah. The impossibly old man.
That's so sad. Doesn't he work as like a checkout clerk?
Yeah. I can't do it all the time. My hands hurt. You know, he's a baggage packager.
He can't even scan things.
Yeah, he can't do it because he's arthritis, and he's like, my hands hurt a lot, and I can't do it. I think I'm gonna go now.
I love how well, if I can't pack bags. Hey, actually, that's a pretty good indication. If you can't pack a bag, pack it in.
Wow, that's a straight to series message. If we ever make a T-shirt, that's going to be the first one. If you can't pack a bag, pack it in. Straight to series logo.
There you go.
You heard it here first.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Go home and practice packing bags, everyone, and then we'll let you live.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. I mean,
I'm apologizing.
I can pack a bag. I'm not worried.
Okay.
You know,
I'm apologizing to the world and myself. I let myself down. Right.
Why,
so
can you not pack a bag?
No, I cannot. I can't. I'm gonna pack it in later on.
Join me next week when I have a new host with me for Straight to Series. Yeah. I'll bring the editor in. The editor can do it.
You can bring in Anne-Marie. She'll be still crying over my incident because she's very emotional.
Very emotional.
So it was funny. We were talking about how Captain Marvel came second.
Yeah.
Over last weekend.
And it's been in the theater for how many days? 50?
It's in 7 weeks.
7 weeks, yeah.
7 weeks. And it came second.
This week. Crazy.
It made 8 million in its 7th week of release because of Endgame.
Do you think the Curse of La Llorona got a boost because Hawkeye's wife is in it?
Well, I got a boost right there from that accent. Give me it again.
La Llorona.
Woo! Women.
Aye.
Sorry, we gotta change your panties after that one.
Yeah, you're welcome. I don't mind if you can't pack a bag, ladies. Do you think the Curse of La Llorona got a boost because of Hawkeye's wife being in it? That's technically an Avengers tie-in.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. Now, it is its 2nd week. So it's not really doing that. Like, it's doing okay.
Yeah.
It would have made more if Endgame didn't eat all the money in the fucking world.
Pretty much,
I just think it's so... it just shows how strong Disney is.
Totally.
We were saying last week, I'd love to know if any franchise had number 1 and number 2 spot in the same weekend.
Yeah.
Because both franchises would have that close proximity.
I don't think there is any. There's none that could have done that.
Like even a shared universe type thing. I don't think there is.
The Dark Universe.
The Dark Universe that made one movie and then they were like, we're going to quietly step away from this.
Well,
Tom Cruise came in and fucked it up.
Well, have you seen Dracula Untold?
Oh, that is that was supposed to be
that was supposed to be the beginning, and then they said no.
Well, you do know as well that wasn't even supposed to have anything to do with it originally.
Yeah,
and then they came up with the idea, so they show him at the end. Spoiler alert for this terrible movie.
Terrible. It's actually not too bad, I don't think.
With Luke Evans.
Yeah, I quite. Charles Dance.
I seen it in the cinema.
Games begin.
I know it cost 70 million to make. I don't know why I know that information.
Another podcast I watch.
Should I test that?
You should.
Do you think it cost 70 million to make? Do you think I'm right this time?
Oh no, I agree. I think you're normally dead on with these box office numbers. You're like Rain Man with this stuff.
I know.
Yeah, but Dracula Untold 2. I want to know when the sequel's coming out.
The first of never.
Oh, it's actually it's 24% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Thanks for having my back, Rotten Tomatoes. I love that.
It's also 2 minutes longer than Despicable Me 3, so that's probably why it didn't do so well.
It's not allowing me to look it up because.
Hey, keep going. I can vamp about Dracula Untold. But yeah, there's other podcasts I watch, Mr. Sunday Movies. They have this segment called "Let the Games Begin," and it's all about failed cinematic universes.
That's perfect.
And the main one they use is Dracula Untold, because at the end, Charles Dance is alive in modern time, and he goes, "Let the games begin," and then nothing happened. 70 million. Well done.
Boom, baby.
And how much did it make? Grossed 56.3 million at box office.
Worldwide, though, total of 215. I was going to say around 250 to 300 million, so I would have been wrong with that. And I'm glad I didn't say it, and now I just admitted it. So it's all redundant. It's all redundant.
And if you double it for marketing budget,
it didn't do that well. Like 140 million.
You could probably take half of that for marketing budget.
But the fun thing about this movie is they were making the movie. I don't know if it had finished filming or not, but then he decided, we're going to do a whole Monsters universe or Dark universe.
Yeah, but ignored this.
So, originally, no, they didn't do that. They filmed the end teaser. Can you remember where he's in the modern day?
Yeah, no, I was just talking
about
that.
But that was added.
Yeah, I know that
later
was added.
on.
I know that was added.
Because of the universe thing.
But
then
Dracula Untold isn't a part of the Dark universe.
Because then people didn't like it.
Yeah.
So, but like I love how they filmed it and then went, this is actually going to be a big part of the universe.
Yeah,
let's add this other scene in.
Gotcha.
Then no one liked it.
And
then they were like, let's just forget about it.
Well,
it's so funny that they actually made the effort to include it. And then they were like, actually, no.
It didn't do well, so it's not a part of it. But then they tried to start it again with The Mummy.
Yeah. The Mummy was supposed to be like the Men in Black taser thing where people are like, because Dracula Untold didn't happen. Well, this is a new movie.
I don't think anyone thought The Mummy was related to Dracula Untold, except me.
Okay.
I was sitting there waiting.
When's Luke Evans gonna fly in?
I was waiting for the Dracula Untold because I had Jekyll and Hyde in The Mummy. Russell Crowe. I think if he
hiding burgers in his pockets.
He was.
He had burgers in his pockets.
He did not.
He looks even worse now.
Does he? Is he looking bad?
Oh man, he is fat man forever.
Oh no, he was looking good. I mean, he looked good fat in The Nice Guys. I remember watching that. And
but that's because that film is so good.
Yeah,
like that film is amazing.
It is true.
That's actually one of my favorite movies of that year that it came out.
Wrong Russell.
Russell Brand.
Russell Brand.
Well, he's not fat.
He's never been fat. I'd like to see what he looks like fat.
Yeah, that would be weird.
That'd be in an alternate universe. Russell Brand is fat. And
Russell Crowe's a heroin addict.
Yeah.
Former heroin addict. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Once a heroin addict.
Always recovery. I don't know. If you pack bags, you should kill yourself. Is that what we said earlier? Whoa, with the big beard.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Oh, he's on the set of something, though. I'll give him a pass on that.
Here, though. He'd fuck you up, wouldn't he? Look at that.
Oh, he'd always fuck you. Have you never seen the South Park thing of fighting Russell Crowe?
Oh.
Yeah. He goes around a fight.
When he fights the guy with cancer. That's one. Tugger? Is that the name? Or Tug? Tugger?
I don't know. Isn't it just like fighting Russell Crowe, but they call him like Tugger?
No, that's his boat.
Oh,
he's going around the world fighting around the world.
Yeah, with Tugger. Yeah. That's good.
Oh, I'm definitely going to put that image up anyway because he looks a bit rough.
He's a mean looking motherfucker though.
He is.
He's a mean ass.
Gladiator, you're like.
Yeah, well.
You always knew he's gonna be a big guy though at the end of his career. Like he's gonna be a fat guy.
Yeah, definitely. He's a Marlon Brando-esque.
Matt Damon, I always thought would be
fat,
a chunkster.
Yeah, I agree.
And he looks like he always battles it.
He's definitely he's his friend. He's seen what happened to his friend Ben Affleck, and he's like, God, I don't want.
Oh my God, fuck that!
I don't want that to be me.
And they ask him to be Batman. He's like, no,
yeah, but they asked him to do Born Again, and he's like, is Renner not available this time?
Yeah, I know. Well, he did do it after Renner wasn't available. Yeah. But Paul Greengrass came back for that. How much did that make?
Did you ever see
400 million. How much did it cost? 120 million.
Wow. Rain Man. How many toothpicks are on the floor? 240 toothpicks. 271 toothpicks.
No, there's 1,200 and I don't know.
Yeah, so
Dracula Untold. Check it out. 24% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, don't go see Avengers Endgame. It doesn't need any more money. Dracula Untold.
It fucking doesn't. It's ridiculous.
I said, I can't remember if I said on the last podcast or not, it's making $3 billion.
We've definitely had the conversation. If that wasn't on the podcast, we've had that conversation.
Yeah, so I'm going to put my final stamp on it. It's making $3 billion.
Okay, my estimate is 2.9 billion.
Oh,
I just want to be different. I actually think it could make 3 billion as well. I want it to make 3 billion.
Yeah, same.
That would be crazy.
Because James Cameron will never catch that.
No, never. He will die trying.
Definitely.
Oh, the minute it makes over, I bet he'll do one of those Instagram videos where, you know, when usually they're like, oh, congratulations, we had the record for years and now you took it over. He'll be like, congratulations, guys, I'm so fucking happy for you.
It'll be straight from his submarine.
Oh, yeah.
Just hear the boom, boom.
Well, straight from the set of Avatar, which actually is all filming underwater. Well, a lot of it. So he could be in a little mini submarine with his video camera.
He has his own movie studio. It's like Atlantis. It's under the water.
How does the set of that film work? Do you think they have like like headphones, and he speaks directions into a mic, like legitimately?
The underwater thing.
Yeah, because they're supposed to be doing a shitload of underwater takes.
Of course they are. I don't know. It's got to be. He's probably just above the water, just looking down like this.
Or did he hold a breath and he go down real quick and then back up?
And then come back up, yeah. Or then someone push his head down. Someone from Disney starts holding his head under the water. You'll never beat us. Mickey Mouse shows up.
And it's just a tank full of money, and he's fucking drowning in it. He's already drowning in his own money. Yeah. He eats like he has gold soup for breakfast. You know what I mean? Money sandwiches.
Yeah. Back to someone that Marlon Brando. Did you know? Speaking of eating, do you know Marlon Brando, his girlfriends would always put him on a diet because he just loved eating so much that he would hide chocolate bars in the laundry basket and have his friends buy McDonald's cheeseburgers, and he would walk his dog out where by his front gate, and his friends would throw McDonald's cheeseburgers over the wall too.
This is a Hollywood star, one of the biggest in the world, and there he is, like in the garden, like in his little shed, eating cheeseburgers, like bleeding homeless person.
You know, there's plenty of other Marlon Brando stories. He refused to learn his lines all the time.
In Superman especially, they had to write the dialogue on props to give him like indications or to help him out. But so ridiculous.
Never mind that. Even in The Godfather, they had people walking around with things on their chest with all his lines written on it. Have you never seen that?
No.
There's a famous behind the scenes picture if you Google it.
And sure, he wouldn't even accept then his Oscar, didn't he? Not.
No,
he sent some Indian girl.
Yeah, Native American girl. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The free folk.
The free folk.
The free folk. No, he sent up a Native American girl because I think it was something about once people had been oppressed, he couldn't accept.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Something like that.
It was very strange.
It was strange. And then on the set of The Island of Dr. Monroe, where
He's going to do dialogue coach. Let's see what comes up.
Where he met Val Kilmer on that set. Apparently, that's where Val Kilmer developed his ego. Like his really bad
so
ego.
He's seen how a Hollywood star is supposed to be.
Pretty much.
How he's supposed to act.
And then after that, he acted like people cite him as being a huge prick on the rest of his sets. But
I don't know what to Google. Sorry.
Just Godfather behind the scenes BTS photos. You can't type on that.
Not when it's up straight like this. I want to have a little keyboard.
Hang on.
So you picked it up and you're doing this.
Oh yeah.
That's how you were typing.
Yeah. There's a famous image and it's from there. Go up. There. So it's
which one am I looking at?
It's the one on the right. Okay, and it's
I see it. Yeah, I see it. Because I thought he was like holding. Oh, that's ridiculous.
Have you never seen that before?
No, I've never seen that. That is amazing.
And look, it's
the
fucking.
My God, you can see him there with his jaw. He has his jaw.
I don't know what the actor's name is, but it's famous, very famous actor. He was in The Judge with Robert Downey Jr. I can't think of his name. He's in.
Robert Duvall.
Robert Duvall, yeah.
I wouldn't even recognize him there until you said The Judge, and I was like, that's a movie that no one's seen.
And that's James Caan, is it? Is that James Caan with him there?
I don't know who James Caan is.
He's the dad in Elf.
Oh, that's a movie I've never seen.
You've never seen Elf?
Never seen Elf.
Oh, wow. Jon Favreau.
I'll wait until Christmas time.
Yeah, you should.
And we'll watch it.
How have you not seen it? It's always on
I don't know.
Christmas
It's
time.
always on. And I've seen like clips of it. It's a film that I've always gone, everyone tells me to see this. I should go see it. Or watch it at least.
It was Jon Favreau's big success before he did Iron Man.
Yeah, I've seen it that he directed that.
Came out in 2006, I think.
2006? I thought it was 2003 for some reason.
No, I think it's 2006, and then he doesn't do anything, and 2008 is Iron Man, pretty much.
Elf.
But
I feel like we're just going to get pictures. There it is there.
Yeah, is it 2006? 2003? What the fuck am I talking about?
Oh, yeah, bruh.
What came out in 2006 that I'm thinking of?
Loads of movies.
I don't know. Fuck it.
Yeah, I don't know why. I haven't even seen it, but for some reason in my head I was like 2003.
Oh yeah, Peter Dinklage is in it.
No way.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he plays some like elf or...
No,
obviously.
He doesn't. He plays a businessman who just happens to be short, and elf...
Really? Keeps thinking he's an elf?
Well, he's like, hey, I didn't know Santa sent another elf. And Peter Dinklage is like, call me elf. one more time, and he jumps across the table at him and all this.
Yeah. Okay, now I want to watch it because I love Peter Dinklage so much.
He's in it very.
Oh, really?
I was ready to say he's in it for a very short amount of time, but he's not in it that long.
Okay, I get.
That's a much better way of saying that.
Well, you could have said that, and I wouldn't have thought that was a bad thing to say.
I held up my hand to go, it's a very short amount of time, and then I realized, oop, that's a bit on the nose. But there's a scene where
I think he can.
I think he can take it.
He can drown you out with his money earplugs. Okay, so you're okay.
Exactly. He has a hot wife as well.
Also, he can drown you out with all his talent. He's fucking awesome.
It's true. He's very talented.
Have you seen Ice Age where he does the voice for some baboon?
Does he?
Yeah.
No.
His voice is ridiculous. It's so good. Like he kind of the way he does it in Game of Thrones. Actually, more so how he does it when he's talking to Thor in Infinity War.
Yes, that's how he talks to Thor.
But he's a bit of a pirate at the same time.
Oh, interesting.
And I was watching the whole movie and I was like, whose voice is that? That's so good. And then I didn't even know who Peter Dinklage was at the time.
Oh,
and I was just thinking, whose voice is that? And then I just see this short man and I was like, what? Because his voice is huge. I was actually thinking of some big, huge guy, like the guy who's in Green Mile or something like that.
Oh, right. Well, he's dead.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Something Duncan. I can't remember his name.
In a minute.
Jones.
Tim Clark Duncan. Is it Tim Clark Duncan?
Sure.
No. Is that someone else?
I feel like Clark and Duncan's in it, so yeah, sure.
Google it. Check it. We're completely off track on this episode, but who cares?
So off track, it's ridiculous.
But there's a scene in Elf where he eats candy that's stuck under a subway thing, but that's not prop candy. That's real. That was real candy left in a New York street, and Jon Favreau was like, "Eat it, Will Ferrell," and Will Ferrell ate it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did it.
Oh, what am I doing? The Green Mile?
The Mile. That's that new. Or no, it's 22 Miles. That's the new Mark Hamill movie. Not Mark Hamill, Mark Wahlberg movie.
Oh, that's supposed to be terrible.
Yeah, it looked terrible.
But the guy, Uwas or whatever, the guy from... Or Uwais.
From Fallout?
No, the guy from the Raid 1 and 2.
Oh, right. He's in it.
He's in it. I think he's a bad guy in it. And that's the only reason I want to watch that. The lead guy. I got to meet him.
Did you? Oh, yeah. I remember
Dublin
saying,
International Film Festival when it was the Jemison International Film Festival, and the director, the Welsh guy, really cool. He is so small, the lead guy. He's smaller than me. He's around 5'4".
Well, where's he from?
Indonesia.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, or Malaysia.
I don't know. They're very small there, anyway.
Yeah. I want to go there and be a
Duncan.
king.
Who did I say? Did I say Tim Clark Duncan?
Are you thinking of Tim Blake Nelson?
No,
this is triple barrel.
Tim Blake Nelson, yeah. Timmy.
I don't know. I'm trying to give you an out here.
Timmy France. Yeah. No, I'm just laughing thinking about Tim Blake Nelson. That's all. Did I say Tim Clark Duncan? What the fuck is going on? Michael Clark Duncan. Yeah. He wasn't that tall actually. He was only like 5 something.
Really?
Yeah.
And they just gave him. Shoes.
Just gave him lots of shoes. No, there's only Michael Clark Duncan. I don't know who I was thinking.
After the box office, what were we actually going to talk about? What did we have on the list?
Game of Thrones was next.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I mean, I don't think we need to cover it now.
Why?
I'm only joking. Yeah, of course
you didn't like it.
Of course we have to talk about Game of Thrones. It was terrible. I mean, I didn't like it. Did you like it?
I didn't think it was terrible, but I had way too many issues with it. Way too many. Yeah. I had goosebumps the size of footballs for like 30 minutes straight. It was very uncomfortable.
It was very intense.
But at the same time, I was making excuses for it while watching it because I'm sure everyone has seen it and said it's too dark. And I know that there's going to be excuses made. And I was saying this to you earlier, that the creators are going to come out and the filmmakers and all are going to say, we wanted you to feel the intensity that the characters were feeling where they could not see anything. Yeah, but I am watching and trying to follow a show and a story, and I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
That was the same with me.
There was so many times where I was like, did that guy just die? Because I really feel like he died. I'm not going to give any names or anything like that, but when you watch it, you might think a character died. Don't actually invest in that feeling.
Don't worry. No one died. Whatever. I'm not going to get into it, but
it's very hard to comprehend at times.
Yeah, and I had a lot of issues with the story. You
had a lot. You actually opened my eyes up more because I think I was so distracted by not like I was just squinting at the screen, and my TV is quite big. I had all the lights off. I've talked to many people who did the exact same thing. They're like, oh, obviously the curtains need to be closed.
Yeah.
No, I still can't see it. Oh, well, I'll turn off the lights. I still can't see it. I'll turn up the brightness in the TV. I still can't see it. Like,
there was so many problems with the lights. It's really terrible.
Also, it's the biggest cock tease ever when they're like, this took 60 nights to make.
Yeah.
This is like the biggest television battle of all time. And by the way, you won't be able to see any of it.
You won't be able to see any of it. 80 minutes of darkness. That's what you're going to get.
There you go.
Yeah. I can't really, I mean, we're not going to give spoilers on this.
We can't. It's too close.
Yeah, so I can't talk about all my problems I have with it, but there were a lot.
You had a lot. And honestly, you opened my eyes to a few of them. Like, I was so fixated on the visuals that I just couldn't watch it. Now, that pissed me off so much that I don't even think when you actually mentioned, there was a lot of stuff you mentioned that bothered me, but when you actually really went into detail, I was like, fuck, actually, you're so right. That's shit. I still like the ending more than you did, though.
So, well, the ending is divisive. I don't have a problem inherently with the ending. I have a problem with how the ending was executed.
Yes,
that's my main problem.
And I even think we cleared it up in the car driving here.
Yeah,
we actually came up with ideas of that exact same ending, but just getting there in a more understandable way.
Yeah, or more fun way, more
fun way as well. Yeah,
it's just the ending of the episode is ultimately unsatisfying. It just isn't. There's no.
Yeah, I suppose.
I just don't think it's a very satisfying conclusion to whatever the story is so far. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of build up to the long night, the name of the episode. You know, and however it ends, it's not that I hate it. It's just it's not satisfying, and it's not what I've come to expect of Game of Thrones.
That's the thing right there. Yeah.
In fact, I think we made the point earlier where we were like, I expect this off another TV show. This was an episode, despite all the expensive visuals and cool stuff. In terms of story, it was like a season finale of Arrow or The Flash or something.
It really was. And even at that, some of the cheesier stuff they were doing that in show would at least make more sense.
Totally.
Like, there was a lot of stuff we were saying about some of the characters. Like, no spoilers. Some of the best characters don't get moments in this show.
They don't.
And it hurts to watch where you're like, I want to see what him or she does. Like, I want to see...
I want to see what this she can do.
She gonna
fuck them. X gonna give it to you. Yeah, sorry, I interrupted you. What were you gonna say?
I don't know anymore. X gonna give it to you.
Okay.
X gonna give it to you.
No, it's just the people that you've grown to like, and they've built you up, and like, these are the people you should care about.
And they're fighters, and they're so good. You're like, well, how are they gonna handle themselves?
And you like watching them fight.
Yeah, and we've seen them fight many times, and it's some of the best parts of the show.
And you don't get anything.
You get to see inklings of them. Like, you just see, and at that, you can't even make it out anyway.
Yeah.
There's times where I thought some of my favorite characters actually died. I actually thought they died. And then next scene, I'm like, they're still alive. Okay.
There's a real problem with cutting away from things in this episode.
So much cutting.
They cut all the fucking time. Right as things are getting interesting, they'll cut and you'll come back and the situation will have resolved itself, or they will have teleported to another area and be in the same exact situation, and then they'll cut away again, and now they're in this place, and then they stay in this place for ages and nothing really happens. I've seen scenes where one of the characters look like they're dead, and then 10 minutes later they're actually doing fine and not undead either. That's like the best accent I've ever done in my entire life. That was very good for you. Thank you. Yeah, I know it's on record. Yeah. Well, is this recording? All of this is on record. Yeah. I know. Never forget about the shopping bag incident of 2019. Oh, you're never gonna let that down. No. Anyway, I have a lot of problems with the episode, but sadly, I wanted to love it so much. Yeah, I wanted them to do something interesting, and they didn't. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's a way to put it. They had a lot of potential stuff. Like, there's a lot of, no spoilers for the actual episode, but they have a lot of interesting things going in it. They have armies that are completely different in their battle style. You have like Northerners, the Unsullied, the Dothraki. You know, you have You have the Ironborn there with Theon and stuff like that. You have interesting fighters like Brienne and the Hound and Jamie and
the eye patch guy that I can never remember his name of.
I couldn't think of his name earlier. Beric Dondarrion.
Beric.
Yeah, you have Beric as well.
Jorah.
You have dragons at play. You have
Jon Snow.
You have Jon Snow. Yeah. You have direwolves. You know.
Oh yeah, you do as well. Yeah.
And you have loads of dead, recognizable characters that you could bring back for moments of poignancy when they're fighting the undead.
Yes.
You know? Like, I'll give one spoiler. You know, Hodor died, but wouldn't it have been great to see him as a corpse or something?
Fucking banging through the door. Can you imagine? He's the guy that gets through the door. Like,
gets through the door, exactly. You know, that would have been cool. Yeah. That doesn't happen.
And he goes, through the door.
Through the door, yeah. He finally gets to say something.
And it's ruined.
Hodor. Do you know that guy is like a DJ?
Really?
Yeah, the guy who plays Hodor is
the biggest DJ ever.
And he hosts...
Can you imagine him just hunched over? I feel like...
He's got like tattoos and everything.
Hodor break. Record again.
Hodor.
I'll use it as a toothpick.
His tour is called the Rave of Thrones. That's what his tour is called.
That is amazing.
Isn't it? And him and Bran, the actor, they're like good friends.
Are they?
Yeah. Well, obviously, because he was carrying around on his back.
Yeah, when you think about it, they've spent so much time on set together compared to like, sure, when did Bran or the actor who plays Bran see Kit Harington? For like 3 or 4 seasons, they probably never even met.
Well, actually, no.
Except for like premieres and all like that.
Well, actually, there's a few episodes where they're quite close to each other. Throughout it.
Suppose, when they're at that camp.
Yeah, they're at the camp, and then there's another one where he meets John Bradley.
He's up in the tower as well.
He's up in the tower,
and he's fighting. Jon Snow's fighting the wildlings.
Yeah, and then there's the one where with Craster's Keep, where he comes back to kill the people who killed G.R. Mormont, you know. Nerd dive for you there. But yeah, it was a disappointing episode, and I suppose I am interested to see where the series goes from here.
Of course, like it's not as if I'm out completely now.
I'm not going to stop watching. I just think their storytelling, they obviously, I hope this episode was disappointing because they had such good moments planned ahead.
Yes.
That they were like, if we can get past this plot point that we don't really want to explore and we can move on to this, there's some great stuff that we can do. So I'm hoping that this was done in service of future episodes, as opposed to shit, we don't know what to do because we have this episode. So
it was such a pivotal episode, though. That's like it was building. I know there's so many other storylines.
The first scene of episode 1 is a White Walker. You first see the White Walkers.
Is it?
That's how the show starts. Yeah, that's how the book starts as well.
Really? Yeah.
It's three Night Watch people on patrol. They find butchered wildlings and they're killed by a White Walker.
I remember that scene. Yes.
And then you're introduced to the Starks because Ned has to execute one of the guys who runs from the wall. So.
And that's where he says the man who something should swing the sword. The man who
passes the sentence must swing the sword. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ned was great, wasn't he, guys? Wasn't Ned great?
Nedward,
headless Ned. Yeah.
All right. Well, here, actually, you already brought it up. Let's talk about John Cena.
Oh yeah, John Cena has been added to the Fast and the Furious cast.
Fast 9.
Yeah.
So they put up a video of him and Vin Diesel.
Remember, we were talking Fast X. That's going to be in space.
X gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it to you in space.
So yeah, so they just traded The Rock. If anyone doesn't know, The Rock hates Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
And now Vin Diesel hates The Rock.
Can you explain to me that stuff? Because I thought it was a Tyrese... Like, him and Tyrese were beefing, and Tyrese said, I won't do another one if The Rock stays. And everyone said, okay, goodbye, Tyrese. Yeah. And then I heard that Vin Diesel and him have some beef, but I don't know what it's about.
Well, see, it started with him and Vin Diesel.
Okay.
So I was on the set of Fast and Furious 8, The Fate of the Furious, isn't that what it is?
Yep.
Supposedly they just had beef. Like, I think The Rock's a workaholic. The guy's supposed to be like filming until 3 a.m. in the morning and all like that. He's crazy. He's supposed to be crazy. And from what I've gathered from The Rock giving out, it's about Vin Diesel being a bit of a prima donna, you know. So supposedly Vin Diesel just like does whatever he wants. It's kind of his franchise. He's a big producer on it. I'm sure he collects a big check, you know, not from just acting but producing and all like that. So The Rock didn't like working with him, and I say this probably happened, you know, Fast 7 as well or whatever, and it really came to a head in Fast 8.
It's when someone who thinks they're like The Rock has to work with The Rock.
Yes.
You know?
And also, see, it obviously is a clash of personalities, but also it's a thing of, it's Vin Diesel's movie. Mm-hmm. The Rock does better outside of that franchise. You know, like, I mean, obviously he does well in that franchise, but I mean, Vin Diesel doesn't do well outside that franchise. No. The Rock does extremely well outside that franchise. Everywhere. But you are in his franchise. Yeah. And I'm sure The Rock is like, well, let's get to it. Let's fucking work hard and make this film. And Vin Diesel's like, yo, bro, I'm going to chill in my jacuzzi for a bit, okay?
I don't know.
Women, rub me. yeah. Rub me and feed me.
Michelle Rodriguez appears.
And she's got a Corona hat on.
She's a Corona hat on, yeah, and she's just rubbing him. She's like, I'm into girls as well. And he's like, okay, bring him here.
He told him, oh, well, no, she actually is into it.
No, she is, yeah.
Letty. And she calls him Dom in it.
Dom. Dom.
People should check out him working out for this film. In his gym, he has that car, that American muscle car, in the gym when he's working out for Fast and Furious. And there's always a Fast and Furious movie playing in the background.
The Vin Diesel. I was going to say
The Vin Diesel.
The Vin Diesel is his own biggest fan.
No one has watched more Fast and Furious movies than Vin Diesel himself while he's pumping his guns.
It's pretty pathetic. That's essentially the scene from American Psycho where Patrick Bateman is fucking someone
and he's looking in the mirror
at himself in the mirror.
Except
it's Vin doing it and he's watching himself.
And he's got the needles still hanging out of his arse.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, fucking you beautiful bastard.
You beautiful bald bastard.
I kind of love it though.
I mean,
he's obviously an egomaniac.
Yeah, I love that, but I just like, it's funny that no one has burst his bubble yet. You know, that's what I'd like to see the most. Like him and The Rock. The Rock stood the best chance of being like, let me show you what a real celebrity is like. Yeah,
or let me show you what a real working actor is like. Because obviously The Rock hit the peak, and his work ethic never was tarnished, from all that fame and money.
Yeah.
But what I also love that, I feel like Vin Diesel's the guy where Chris Evans on the red carpet for Infinity War or Endgame, and he just cuts across, goes, I am Groot, you know?
I am Groot,
and he's not messing.
No.
He's like, why do you want to talk to this chump when you could talk to Groot himself?
Well, actually, at the Endgame premiere, he had a Groot jacket on.
I seen that.
Yeah.
I do like that he loves being Groot, even if it is just those...
I don't know.
Three words.
I have more fun listening to Bradley Cooper talk about being Rocket, though.
Of course, because he gets to act. He actually gets to act. It's great.
He's charming as well. You know, like
he's likable.
I don't think Vin Diesel is likable at all.
No, he's not.
I've watched all the Fast and Furiouses now. I genuinely enjoyed almost every other character in that. Paul Walker, by the way,
he's great in those movies.
Is he? Is he really? Have you seen them recently? He's so bland and boring.
I like him. I feel like
he's milk toast.
He's Brian.
He's milk toast.
That's Brian, man. That's his character.
It's terrible.
He's dead, so you have to be nice.
I don't have to be nice. He's
no,
bad.
I actually like him in those movies, and I've never I felt like the exact same thing you're saying.
Yeah.
In every other movie he did, but I don't know, because it's going on so long, I can't separate the two. Okay. I'm just like, he's that guy. The way I feel Dom is Vin Diesel.
When did you watch the first Fast and Furious, though? Were was it like teenage years?
I have not rewatched that movie in around 8 to 10 years.
Okay. So you were like, I watched these all recently back to back.
Okay.
So I have a lot of problems with it.
Where Letty's wearing like the big New Rock boots and shit like that.
Letty and Dom, by the way, no chemistry.
No
chemistry in the first... Until she comes back to life, they have almost no chemistry.
Fair enough.
And then, even then, you're when she's back to life and he's making such a big spoilers for the Fast and Furious franchise.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I don't. Who cares? China cares.
They do care, but they already know. They already know these.
They've all watched it.
They've corrected what I've said about this, I'm sure. But when she comes back to life is when he starts caring, and then the one after that where Paul Walker dies. I mean, he doesn't die. There's a bit more chemistry. But then in Fate of the Furious, they've no chemistry again.
No chemistry. Well, he's a robot pretty much in it.
Oh, he's fucking unbelievable in it. I don't know.
And Helen Mirren's in it. And Charlize Theron is in it. You're like, what is going on?
Charlize Theron.
La Lorena.
La Lorena. Yeah, I could go on about what I don't like about the Fast and Furious franchise.
Anyway, here, I was trying to tell you about the beef. So...
I mean,
that's pretty much how it started.
Yeah.
And then The Rock, Universal had to separate the two for all the press. So they couldn't be around each other for the press at all. And that's when they realised, shit, like they had already been developing a Hobbs and Shaw movie for quite a while, but it hadn't really come together. And then I'm pretty sure The Rock was like, I'm never going to be in a movie with him again.
By the way, two actors who are genuinely charismatic, Vin Diesel and Jason Statham. I don't even like Jason Statham.
Vin Diesel?
Or sorry, The Rock.
The Rock, yeah.
Jason Statham. Yeah.
I actually love Jason Statham.
No, not the biggest fan, but he's more charismatic than Vin Diesel.
Oh,
definitely.
Far more. And you also think he could kick your ass, where Vin Diesel looks like he's a guy who drinks Corona and pumps iron.
I'm worried he'll sit on me. That's what I'm worried
He's
about.
a big dude. He's a big dude. But have you ever seen, like, Jason Statham was a mixed martial artist and an Olympic diver.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I know all about Jason Statham's past. He was in a music video dancing in the background as well.
Oh, you showed me that. That's brilliant. He's got all the gold on.
Sexy.
Yeah, I'll throw an image of that one up.
Yeah. He moves like in mysterious ways, as they would say.
I love his confidence even in the video. He's like, fucking, you want this.
He's always been confident.
But here, the thing is, Universal realised that, right, The Rock's not coming back. And they want to be in the Rock business, as every fucking studio does.
Yeah.
So they were like, right, carrot and stick, you're doing Hobbs and Shaw. Is that cool?
Yeah.
And he was like, I want to be a producer on it, all that. And Tyrese Gibson didn't want him to do Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh.
That's where the whole beef came, because if he did Hobbs and Shaw, they were going to push back Fast and Furious a year, which they did. So, like, they had announced that it would come out this year.
Yeah.
And now it was pushed back to next year.
And Tyrese needed the money because he was going bankrupt.
That's literally what I was thinking. Tyrese, someone needs to pay for those diamond earrings.
Yeah.
So that guy, his other job is sweeping the road outside. So, like, he literally, like, he talked to The Rock. He actually had a man-to-man talk. That's what he says. He's probably like, hey, excuse me, Mr. Rock.
Yeah, excuse me, Mr. Rock.
Could you please...
No, Tyrese probably came in thinking he was some big deal on The Rock. It's like,
let's go and give it to you.
Yeah.
That's the team tune for this whole episode.
Yeah. That's when suspected big dick energy meets real big dick energy.
Yeah.
That's when The Rock and Tyrese are talking to each other.
I feel like The Rock allowed him to say his piece, and he's like,
definitely.
And he was quiet, and he got more confident as it went on, because The Rock was so quiet.
Yeah.
And then eventually The Rock just popped that eyebrow.
Yeah.
And then he was like,
the people's eyebrow.
If that's okay with you, sir.
Yeah.
And then he was like, well, listen here.
Yeah. I didn't know The Rock was turning into Macho Man Randy Savage.
I can't do it. I don't want to attempt that now.
I'm gonna get me to the boiling point. Listen here, Sonny.
Well, listen here.
Listen here.
That's the best I can do.
That's as good as it gets.
Yeah. I'm gonna suplex you.
I'm gonna get you.
The backbreaker and the neck breaker.
Can you name one movie Macho Man Randy Savage was in?
WWE. I can't. He was in a movie.
Oh yeah, he's in the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie as Bonesaw.
Yes, he is. And Bruce Campbell is the announcer.
Man Spider. What? That's a stupid name, kid. Spider-Man. Yeah.
Love that movie.
I'm gonna break you in half.
When Randy, spoiler alert for life, but when
when he kills himself in a car crash,
Macho Man died
with Miss Elizabeth in the car.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. I was like, oh shit. I thought he'd always get a heart attack and he'd die, and my friend was like, no, he was in a car crash. I was like, wow, all those old wrestlers die from heart attacks because of steroids. Mm-hmm. So I look it up. It's like, oh, he got a heart attack and that's why he crashed into a tree.
Crashed the car, yeah.
I'm like, oh my god.
It was a double whammy.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Well, John Oliver does a good segment about WWE and how their contracts don't allow for medical care for the wrestlers. So the wrestlers have to look after their own medical care.
That sounds crazy.
You should watch the episode. WWE is real sketchy in terms of how the wrestlers are looked after.
Didn't he get loads of shit over this? I'm nearly sure I've seen that online. I didn't read or watch what he said, but
I'll send you the episode. It's a good one to watch. But most 90% of wrestlers are addicted to painkillers all the time.
Well, they're on the road and they're performing so much. It's like UFC. UFC now do an event every week, and it's just overkill. WWE, they do all those little sister events and all like that, like the ones in Ireland. We don't get the real stuff, because anyone who's listening in America is like, we don't get Raw over here.
No,
we get like Super Slam, but all the guys are there.
Yeah,
you know, like you'd get Jeff Hardy or The Undertaker. Like they've been here, but it's never something that's televised.
No, it isn't.
So they're breaking her back in those shows that no one's even going to see except for like, well, I guess there's like 10,000 fans over here that are sitting in there. And
well, there's a famous story about CM Punk, speaking of MMA and UFC or whatever, but he was on tons of painkillers because he'd injured his back, but he couldn't stop wrestling. At one stage, he was shitting his guts out pretty much, and they sent him out one night and they were like, you got to keep wrestling, you're not allowed to stop. So he had to go out one night, and there's literally a point in the ring where he's in like some headlock and he shits himself on thing.
No way.
You can't see it in the show because obviously it's in his pants, but you can see his face, and he was like, it was one of the worst experiences of his life, pretty much.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
And he was one of the wrestlers that had all the money. Like, that guy was smart. He had so much money, and he had a big touring bus, and he had like a masseuse table. I remember seeing it on YouTube. So he actually did it right. Stone Cold Steve Austin was drinking beer every night and just driving his truck to every show. And think about how big that guy was. Like, huge. He was obviously working out. Like, seriously working out. I'm sure he was juicing, but whatever. You still have to work out. So he was his diet was exercise, beer, and steroids. That was his whole diet.
Yeah.
What are you going to have for lunch? Exercise. What are you going to have for dinner? Beer. What are you going to have for supper? Steroids and beer. Yeah. And maybe a little exercise. Like, seriously. And then he drove for like 8 hours from one side of America to the other.
And then he banged Miss Elizabeth, and then he banged Deborah, and he'd be fucking Miss Elizabeth.
And then he banged her in the head as well.
Pretty much.
Gave her the stunner.
Right. Other stuff we can talk about.
Well, we were talking about John Cena joining...
Yeah, well,
Fast and Furious. So they replaced The Rock with John Cena.
Yeah, just to downgraded to John Cena.
And we were saying that in the tiers of wrestlers that are now actors, obviously Batista is before.
Yeah, definitely.
John Cena,
definitely.
He's busy.
But I mean, Fast and Furious isn't a comedy either. That's what I was thinking. Like John Cena. Is a much better comedic actor. I think anyway.
Fast and Furious is loose though. It's pretty loose.
Yeah, well,
on facts and logic.
Pretty hilarious what happens in it. I don't know if it's a comedy though.
It's going to space.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. It's going to space. Is there anything else? There was Fantastic Beasts was pushed back because the last one was so terrible.
Yeah, I haven't seen the last one.
Neither have I.
Crimes of Grindelwald.
I just know from the internet that it fucks up tons of lore, Harry Potter lore.
See, I wouldn't get that as much. No. I liked the movies. I actually really enjoyed the movies, but I don't have a head for lore the way you do.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I like something, and like maybe with Marvel, but I'm talking about the movies, not the actual comic books.
Yeah.
I would now know a lot of shit about them, but I feel like you'd watch all the movies and then you'd be like, wait the fuck, this doesn't link with this and this doesn't link with that. Where I'd probably be, I feel like I still would just dislike the movie because fans just didn't like it.
Yeah.
Moviegoers, not even Harry Potter fans, moviegoers didn't seem to like it.
Yeah. So it's probably not a good sign.
No.
I wonder what it's on Rotten Tomatoes actually.
Oh, I think it was like 30% or something like that. That's not my official prediction. I don't know this one.
Oh, okay.
But I will say it made over 600 million.
Oh, so it's.
But it was but made less than 700. It was around 650. But the one beforehand, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, that made 800 million. So they pretty much dropped near 200 million. But yet the budget went up. So the budget goes up, but the money, income goes down. Yeah. It's not a good look.
Not at all.
What were we talking about?
Crimes of Grindelwald. Oh my god. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen.
So excited for this podcast.
I know. I'm losing the will to live talking about this.
I said 30.
You did? You said 30. 37%. Yeah. Closer to 40. So,
IMDb 6.7. Oh, shut up.
6.7 on IMDb, 52% on Metacritic, 37 on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know. I quite liked the first Fantastic Beasts. I liked Colin Farrell.
I loved him in it.
And I was really hoping they would continue him as Grindelwald. And then Johnny Depp was brought in, and I was like, that's, again, a downgrade, I would say.
And he looked like Captain Jack Sparrow had his hair bleached. Like, he looked funky. He looked weird.
He doesn't look
weird.
Yeah. I don't believe that him and Jude Law used to bang. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, Jude Law would kick him out of bed.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Where Jude Law and Colin Farrell. Now that's a spicy burrito.
I can see that.
Like that's pretty decent.
I can see that happening.
Yeah, I'd watch that movie.
I would.
Yeah.
They're two alphas,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jude Law's pretty big now, though. See him in Captain Marvel.
He's wide.
He is.
Yeah.
Never seen him that
he's
big.
He's not that tall, but he's quite like.
Is he not tall?
I don't think he's that tall. No, I think he's like 5 something.
Well, Colin Farrell's not that tall.
Yeah. So
they a good match.
They'd fit with each other.
There we go.
Maybe I just sort of. I'm making a lot of assumptions about the height of actors because I know actors are a lot smaller than you think most of the time.
I'm going to say 6 foot.
I think he's like 5'10". I don't think he's that small.
Come on, 6 foot.
Jude Law height 1.78 meters. What's that? Jude Law height in
gibberish.
5'10".
Oh, good one.
Yes. You got your numbers and I got my celebrity heights. And
yeah, there we go.
Let's check Colin Farrell actually.
Okay, I'm saying 5'8". 5'9". 5'8".
Okay, I'll say 5'8" then.
All right, I'll say 5'9".
Colin
I think he's 5'8"
Farrell.
though. No, 5'9".
Height in feet in 5'10". Same height.
No,
Same
they
height.
are perfect.
No one needs to wear heels. They can just kiss each other.
Stop making kissing noises.
Beautiful.
It's the most unsexy noise I've ever.
Love.
It used to be sex o'clock. Now it's just like
it's
flaccid o'clock.
Yeah, flaccid o'clock. It's cigarette o'clock. Was that good for you?
Sure.
There was a few trailers that came out as well.
Yeah. The Swamp Thing trailer
belongs in the swamp.
It does belong in the swamp.
Yeah.
It will never get out of the swamp.
Yeah, and something else that belongs in the swamp is the Sonic trailer.
Oh yeah, well,
gotta go fast.
Faster. I need my sneakers.
Yeah, Sonic trailer.
So they traded in that theme tune for Gangster's
Paradise.
That's the biggest thing I took from that whole trailer.
Yeah.
I love that they have Gangster's Paradise for Sonic the Hedgehog trailer. It's brilliant.
I watched a breakdown video of it, and they were talking about, like, when you see a Marvel trailer and you see a breakdown and there's like exciting things to it.
Oh yeah, like what's this mean? I think this is going to happen here, or that's going to happen there.
Or like you see something from a previous movie, and it's like, oh my god, that's the Tesseract is in the vault, or the Infinity Gauntlet is in Thor's vault, and it turns out it's a fake. Some of those cool stuff. But then they were breaking it down for Sonic, and everything they said in the breakdown was lame. They were like, the sign in the trailer is Green Hill Zone, and that's the first zone in Sonic, and I'm like, that's lame.
It's just trivia,
it's just fucking lame. I was like, who cares? Who gives a shit? And then
oh my god, we just put him up on the screen.
Yeah, by the way, he's skunk of the week. Spoiler: Sonic is skunk of the week.
There we go. Yeah. He's skunk of the week.
Our skunk this week is a hedgehog.
It's weird, but it works when you see him.
His mouth is, I think, is the worst bit. But
he kind of looks slightly cockeyed in this picture as well.
Yeah, I just hate it.
I don't hate the trailer completely because I really want Jim Carrey to be a great Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah,
I really want him to be great.
So do
I love Jim Carrey. I really do, and I know like he's made loads of bad films, but I think he's made loads of great films as well.
It's true. He had 3 shows going at one stage based on his films in the 90s. He had
what was it?
Dumb and Dumber, Ace Ventura,
and The Mask, was it?
The Mask, yeah, all 3 of them going in the 90s.
And he had no affiliation with
any of them.
Love it.
Yeah, that's how popular he was.
He was so popular, and he was making Liar Liar around that time.
I love that
kind of early to mid 90s. Yeah. He was huge.
A goose. That's what I always remember. Yeah, that's what I always remember from the bloopers at the end. A goose.
I loved when he farted in the lift, and he's just like, it was me.
It was me. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Sonic looks terrible though.
Check out Swamp Thing as well. It looks like a joke. It actually does.
It looks like a B movie.
It really does look like a B movie. Yeah. And you're not even being funny. Like, it really does look like a B movie. I'm actually, you're slagging
not
something.
Not the B movie.
No, that's a much better movie than what this will be.
Hey, I'm a B. Hey, what's the deal with airplane? I'm a B.
That's pretty good. I like it.
Thank you.
Jerry Seinfeld, in case no one got that.
Yeah, that was my Larry David. No, it was Jerry Seinfeld.
But Swamp Thing,
terrible.
It looks so bad. I was shocked at how bad it was because we mentioned this in a previous episode that was supposed to be 13 episodes, and then DC Universe, their streaming service, was like, no, we're going to cut it to 10.
Yeah.
In the middle of filming the 10th episode, they were like, no, this is actually going to be the finale.
Yeah, we need you to wrap it up now.
And they're rewriting it, and they're just going to like shoot a few little scenes here and there to make the 10th episode now the finale. And then for damage control, they just released this teaser. After all those reports of this bad production came out, they went, oh, here's the teaser actually. And the teaser looked good, but it showed nothing really.
It looked fine.
And then this trailer, I'm sure, is kind of like damage control or just the actual trailer.
It looks even worse.
It looks so much worse.
And I was thinking it, and I was like, man, can you imagine watching 13 episodes of that? I know we'll never get that. It's only 10.
It's only 10. Can you imagine watching 8 episodes of it?
I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, there's no meat in these bones, you know? Like,
yeah, really, there isn't.
It seems, I don't know, it just doesn't seem good at all.
The only thing I liked in it is Crystal Reed. You know that actress?
No.
She was in Gotham. Oh. The actress that's in it, that was in Gotham.
Oh, yeah.
I just think she's beautiful.
Well, yeah, she is, yeah.
She's also in, I only know her name because I watched Teen Wolf, the TV series, and her name comes up a lot.
Crystal Reed
is like my celebrity crush.
Who's a Teen Wolf?
She talks to me in so many ways.
Let's see her again. I want to remind myself what she looks like.
You know, she is, she's with Jim Gordon for a little bit.
Is it, it's not Barbara Gordon, is it?
No, she's the, your man's daughter. The bad guy.
You need to,
Don Falcone, is that his name?
Oh, Falcone. Oh, Falcone. Yeah. Oh,
she's lovely.
Yeah. Crystal Maria Reed. Yeah. She's Falcone's daughter.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Her face just has an amazing shape.
Does.
It actually does. It has such a unique
picture of her. That's a better one. Yeah, Crystal Reed. Very good. Oh.
I'd slide into those DMs.
All day and night.
Yeah, nail her to the wall.
Excellent. Just excellent. Dip your toes into that. Isn't that what you say? What is it?
I dip my toe into that pond.
Dip your toe into that pond. That's it, yeah. That's a classic Ianism. That one.
I like you don't even want to... You want to say it, but like I'm taking no responsibility for that line.
I like saying it because because you have... I'm giving you credit for it.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's like if I was quoting Arnold Schwarzenegger here, you know, you'd know who I was doing. You get me?
True.
Yeah.
You just turn up the creep to 11 there, and then you got me.
It is a classic Ianism. I like it, though.
Crystal Reed, though. Yeah, that's the best thing about the whole trailer.
Yeah.
She's actually pretty good in Teen Wolf.
She's a handsome lady.
Teen Wolf is actually... It's okay. I'll take some flack for that.
Yeah.
I literally worked out and watched 6 seasons of that. Like, honestly, I watched all 6 seasons while working out.
Well,
not all together because I'd be dead. But, like, I would watch, like, 4 episodes a week.
Well, to preface that, you deliberately pick bad shows to watch while you're working out.
But this one kind of grew on me.
Gotham being one of them.
Gotham being one of them, which she's been in 2 shows.
2 workout shows.
Yeah, she actually has been.
And Swamp Thing will be number 3.
Might be a third one if we got it.
3.
I would actually watch that and work out. I actually would watch Swamp Thing. That's the only way I'd watch that. I would watch the first episode out of curiosity to see how bad it is. I'd watch like the first 20 minutes and go, okay, I was right.
Yeah, Teen Wolf. I remember asking someone, I was like, that's the one with Dylan O'Brien, yeah.
He's great in it.
And I was
Best thing about it.
And I was going to say, is he the Teen Wolf? And they said no. And I said, why is everyone obsessed with him then? I don't get it. He's not even the main character in it.
Yeah, he's not, and he still steals the show. He really does. Styles is his name in it. Okay. And he absolutely steals the show. See, I don't think he was that famous when that show started. But here, this just tells the story right here. While he's doing the show, he has to miss some episodes because he's off shooting big movies, while the main star is just shooting that show. Tyler Posey is his name. He actually seems like a cool guy.
Yeah.
But Tyler Posey, I like him. I like the actor because he directed one of the episodes, and like he was quite a young guy, and you're like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know, when someone does that and they don't need to do that. Like Josh Peck actually directed one of the episodes of Drake and Josh.
Did he?
Yeah, and like he would have been super young doing that.
By the way, he looks better now than Drake does. Josh Peck.
Now, Drake was in like a serious car accident.
Was
that,
he?
Like mangled his face and he had to get surgery.
I didn't know about that.
So, you know what? Maybe don't shame him like that.
I'm not shaming him. I'm just saying his brother is now
like,
better
don't
looking
surgery
now.
shame him, okay?
Surgery shame him. Mark Hamill had to have surgery before the third.
Yeah, and they actually had to explain the scars.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, put a scene in. Well, yeah, your man Josh or Drake. Drake was
Drake Bell.
Drake Bell, that's it, and Josh Peck.
Josh Peck.
Drake Bell, yeah, he wrecked like his face in some car accident, and he had to get surgery. And you don't really see it, but then if you look close, only because I read about it, and then I was like, oh shit, yeah, his face is a bit different now. Josh Peck became a dime piece.
Yeah, he's hot.
What the fuck?
Yeah, totally. If you put some eggs in those baskets early on, and you were a girl who was nice to him, and you came back now, you'd be doing well for yourself.
Yeah, they've just hatched Those
they
eggs.
really have. Those eggs have hatched. But Drake...
I just looked up
Jock. Joke. Yeah, you really can't type on that thing. I know I said it earlier, but it's more true every time. Oh, wife. Check. Find out who his wife is. Josh Peck wife. Oh, I love it. That's my favorite thing.
Oh my god, she's lovely.
Oh, she's beautiful.
But he's a beautiful man now as well.
He is. I recognize her though. Find
I
out
do
what she
recognize
does.
her too.
Paige O'Brien.
Paige O'Brien.
They were expecting their first child last year.
Ah, good for him.
Oh, it's born this year. Oh, cool.
I just want to get a picture of this handsome man up.
Oh, okay, fine. I want to find out what his wife does.
Like, he was so fat. Look at how good that guy looks.
He's a good-looking guy now.
He is so handsome. It's ridiculous.
He looks like a friend of mine.
He always does that. Right? You got a good-looking friend. I don't want to go out to the club with that guy.
I don't know. I don't hang out with him anymore. Sadly, he was my good friend from primary school, but he looks like him. Yeah. It's
a good-looking dude.
Does he have heterochromia, like 2 different colored irises, or is that just the way that photo's been taken?
It looks kind of normal here. Yeah, no.
It's
they're
fine.
both
The
green.
Oh, that's terrifying. Go back. That's the picture on his.
Look at that good-looking bloke.
That's Making a Murder. That's the picture. They always zoom in really close, and you're like,
everyone looks like a serial killer
Totally.
when you go that close to
when
them.
you just have this part of your face, you look like you've murdered some people.
Honestly, if you shaved my beard and went that close to me, I'd look so fucking ugly.
Ted Bundy.
No, just so fucking ugly.
Really?
Ted Bundy looks like a good-looking dude.
He's a handsome guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a compliment to you. You could be Ted Bundy without a beard.
It just doesn't sound like a compliment. It really doesn't.
No, your relationship with women is excellent.
Like his
I'm just
film.
saying.
What's the name of the film? Like
something.
Unexpectedly vile and terrible
hideous,
and puke and
terrible.
In other words, we're not glorifying a serial killer.
Or
Come
maybe-
see this movie.
Or maybe that was the review of the film.
Yeah, there could be. Yeah.
It's coming to Netflix though. That's all over my.
In
Facebook.
America, I don't
is
think.
it?
I think Sky Cinema actually bought it over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good thing we have Now TV then.
Boom.
Boom! Shout out to Now TV.
What else do we got on that list?
The Santa Clarita diet was cancelled.
Santa Clarita.
Santa Clarita diet.
Yeah, like so. Timothy Oliphant and
Reese Witherspoon.
Drew Barrymore. I like how we're both like, I can understand that. Well, put it this way: Drew Barrymore now looks like Drew Barrymore. Reese Witherspoon looks like an actual spoon now.
Yeah, she does.
Her face looks crazy.
A withered spoon.
A withered spoon.
A withered spoon.
I love it.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Thank you.
Love when you fist me.
Yeah, my pleasure.
For people who are just listening, he just fisted me.
Each other. That's exactly what.
How deep? How spicy do you want it?
Very spicy. Nando's extra spicy, please.
Order up.
Yeah, that's a deep cut for another deep cut into the straight to series lore. I like.
Yeah,
it.
I hope people have been watching the episodes so they get these jokes. We've already got inside jokes.
I don't even care.
10 episodes in.
I don't even care. That was good enough to warrant no explanation.
Well, I was going to say that Timothy Oliphant and Drew Barrymore. Their star power, which I know it's not huge, but still, you would have thought they shine bright enough to keep that show, a Netflix show, afloat.
Yeah, well, I'd heard bad things about it from the first season, and you heard the opposite. Yeah, which is interesting. So maybe we should watch it and see. And come back.
Maybe.
It's not getting a third season anyway.
No, it has a third season.
Oh, it's not getting a fourth season.
Yeah, fourth. Yeah,
and it's ending on a cliffhanger. Did someone say?
I read that. Yeah. So shit. Last week or no, 2 weeks ago. I literally was going second season of OA or of the OA or Santa Clarita died because I had just read a review that was saying the third season's great. And I was like, which one? I said, fuck it. I want something jokey and simple to easily digestible kind of show. And I said, but I'm going to go for the OA because I'm just intrigued. Yeah. And I went for the OA and I swear it was around 4 days later and I read the Santa Clarita diet had been cancelled and I was like, I think I made the right choice.
You probably made the right choice.
Now a week later we'll probably read the OA has been cancelled as well.
Well, I'm interested to watch it now. Timothy Oliphant Deadwood is back.
Yeah, the movie.
Yeah, they're making a movie, but I never watched that HBO series.
Me either.
And everyone says it's amazing. It's
Ian McShane?
It's on Now TV. So
check it out.
I might check it out.
And we're not endorsed by them, but we would happily take that money.
Yeah, that's how you caught up with Game of Thrones was Now TV.
Yeah, Now TV. 2 months around.
Yeah, and that's how I watched all of Oz.
Yeah,
prison.
you loved that as well, didn't you?
Yeah, it was great.
So it was really good.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
I want to watch Barry now. That's on it.
I just watched all 4 episodes that they've released of season 2.
Season.
Oh, I love Barry. There's the guy who plays Zask in Gotham.
Zaz, is it?
Zaz.
Zaz.
Yeah, Zaz
The
or
bald
Zaz.
guy.
Yeah, the bald guy. He has alopecia, but he's
In real life?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, but he's in Barry, and he's so funny. He's a scene stealer.
Really?
And
Yeah.
how funny he is. Body. He
Never
plays
would have thought that.
He plays this I think he's Chechnyan guy called NoHo Hank, North Hollywood Hank. That's his name.
Love it.
He's so funny. Hey, buddy.
Victor
He talks
Zaz,
this.
isn't
Yeah, Victor Zaz. Yeah.
Sorry, I knew something to do with comic books. I just wanted to get it out there.
Yeah. He cuts himself whenever he kills someone. That's his thing, yeah.
I actually know him from the video game as well as Gotham.
Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been in a few of them, hasn't he?
He's actually in the first. He's in Batman
He's
Begins.
like a crazy guy.
Yeah.
He's in Batman Begins.
He totally is. Yeah.
Really?
He's the first time you meet Jonathan Crane, Scarecrow. He's saying Mr. Zask clearly needs to come to my mental asylum, and then Zask is brought to the mental asylum.
Oh, no way.
But you wouldn't know that.
See, I don't think I knew that character the last time I actually watched Batman.
Begins.
Yeah, it's been a while since I watched that.
I haven't watched that in so long.
And if I'm going to watch a Christian Bale Batman movie, it's just going to go The Dark Knight. It's always going to be The Dark
just
Knight.
watch The Dark Knight because it's just so good.
I still want to watch The Dark Knight Rises again because I feel like I'm pretty harsh on that movie.
Yeah, I've thought that as well.
That I'm
that
pretty
you're
harsh.
too harsh. No,
yeah.
I've thought that I'm too harsh, and it's
Really,
I'd love to go back and watch it.
I've been meaning to do it a few times.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. I know I can't help it. I enjoy it. I mean, you know, however people think about Tom Hardy's Bane, you love doing the voice, and it's just so fun. It's a fun performance, you know.
Misa Bane.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Perfectly.
Oh, Batman.
You just have a hand.
This Batman.
Do you know the character in The Dark Knight Rises or The Dark Knight? You know the boardroom guy who's trying to expose Wayne. That was meant to be the Riddler.
The boardroom guy.
He's one of the.
Yes, I do, and he saves him with the car.
He saves him with the car,
the Lamborghini or whatever he's driving.
That was meant to be Riddler, but he has some other name. It's because do you know the Riddler's real name? Edward Enigma. So Enigma, you know. But I gotta find it. He has some other name that's like a mystery thing. I'm pretty sure. Hang on one sec. We'll talk about something else while I look this up. But
who did we give Hunk of the Week to?
We gave Hunk of the Week to the Night King.
Oh, we sure did. The Night King from Game of Thrones.
Because he was given some big dick energy off in that episode.
Fucking swinging a python.
Absolutely.
Oh, look at the image of him there. I feel like he's been through some shit though.
Yeah, but he's I don't know, for such a cold guy, he's hot as fuck.
Would you believe I've got a chin like that under this beard?
You got the dimple chin.
I do actually. Isn't that weird?
Nice. It's weird because I haven't seen it, but
yeah, it's odd. I don't miss it though, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't like wiping my ass on my face at the same time.
His name's Reese. Oh yeah, it's Mr. Reese. So Mr. Reese.
Oh my
Get
God.
it?
Yeah.
That was it. I knew there was some connection.
It's so silly, but I love it.
I love it. It's great.
Yeah, why not? Because no one would get that, Mr. Reese.
No one gets that on the first watch, but yeah, Mr. Reese.
And I never get it.
So
unless someone like yourself brings it to my attention.
Watches the movie too many times.
So the Night King is our Hunk of the Week.
And boy, oh boy, does he deserve it.
Yeah, you got to watch that episode.
Yeah.
He's pretty badass in it either way, good or bad.
He does a lot of fuck you gonna do.
He does a lot of Kane.
Yeah.
You know what Kane does before the flames come out of the turnbuckles?
Lifts it. Yeah. It's a lot of the fuck you gonna do, pretty much.
You want to throw down, bro?
And he's a bit cheeky as well, you know. He's got that cheeky smile.
No. You know that moment where he's like,
No, Jon Snow.
What's it? What's that from Jurassic Park? What's it? You know?
No, I don't.
Your man from the Seinfeld show when he does the computer thing and Samuel L. Jackson's like trying to get in. Newman.
Newman from Seinfeld.
He's trying to hack it and it just keeps coming up. No, something like that. Not today. Something like that.
Yeah.
My favorite line in the whole movie is, "Hold on to your butts."
Oh, really?
That's Samuel L. Jackson.
Mine's when they try and put a seatbelt on Have you seen the theory about this?
No.
When he tries to put his seatbelt on, it's two ports in it.
Oh yeah.
Because the dinosaurs are all women, so they can't fuck. So there's a
foreshadowing.
Seatbelts together.
So he ties it like a real man. Yeah, Sam Neill.
When he mashes the gash like this. And
I'm pretty sure that's how lesbians have sex.
Yeah, definitely. Bashing.
I'm pretty sure I watched that documentary.
Definitely. Like this.
If you can't, I think they've heard it and all now.
Yeah.
For the listeners out there.
If it was a bit wetter.
Welcome to your sex ed right here.
Are we turning this into an ASMR podcast?
Yeah, I think
and
so.
If not, can we?
Now we're on Pornhub.
Yeah, but then he ties it, and that's the whole life finds a way.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, so.
That's the best line. Life always finds a way.
Life always finds a way.
Jeff Goldblum. Ian is his name in it. Doctor something. What's his name in it?
Ian McShane. I don't
know. I just remember as a kid going, here's my name. I swear I actually was like that.
No one's called Connor in a lot of movies. There's not a lot of Connors.
I can see why though.
Yeah, same. It's not fun to say. John Connor, that was the closest I got.
Oh yeah, John Connor.
I
was joking. I'm sure there's loads of Connors. Like how many Ians is there in there?
A lot.
Really?
Ian is a pretty popular one, I think.
In films though.
Yeah, there's a lot of good Ians. Ian Fleming. I mean, he wrote James Bond, but
that was the first name. Yeah, you got Conor McGregor, and both of you like to rape people, so there you go.
Hang on. What?
You said it in confidence, and I just thought.
What?
And so who got Tatman?
No, we're not allowed to go. We're not allowed to move off that.
I'm sorry.
How dare you?
I'm like kind of sure that you never raped. I'm sorry.
No, you're fully sure that has never happened. That is a soundbite now. That's somewhere. You both like to rape people. Oh my god.
I can make.
Oh wow.
Well, like.
Yes, Ian. I'll do a podcast with you. What's the worst thing that can happen?
You're getting arrested now. What? I swear, man.
I didn't do it.
He says mad shit all the time.
Yeah, he does.
Listen to the unaired episode.
He told people who can't pack a bag that they have to commit suicide.
I'd be like, show me the evidence. Just edit everything out.
All right. Anyway, to move away from raping, Chris Pratt. Did you see the behind the scenes video that he released?
So cool.
So Chris Pratt took a video on the set of Avengers Endgame that he clearly wasn't meant to.
Who's in
it? Chris Evans, Jeremy Renner, Batista,
yeah.
Tom Holland,
Chadwick
Boseman, Robert Downey Jr.
Yes.
Sean Gunn.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
No, it's Benedict Cumberbatch stunt double.
Yeah, stunt double like the Gamora.
Yeah, and there's a Gamora stunt double. And Mantis is in it. Clementif. He's in it, yeah, and Sean Gunn's in it, and he has a great line. Where he's like, I think I'm the most famous person here.
It's great.
I love that. It was cool that Sean Gunn was still a part of it, despite the whole James Gunn.
Yeah, he's Rocket.
I love, well, he's Rocket and he's Kraglin.
But is Kraglin in the movie? He's not.
He's not. Well, I don't know.
I don't think so.
In the background. That would be cool if Kraglin.
I didn't see him. I was actually thinking of that. When I seen the video he put up, I was thinking, it'd be kind of cool if he was somewhere in there.
He normally plays Rocket on set, and then Bradley Cooper does it or whatever. Did you see, by the way, the raccoon that Rocket is based on? I think his name was Oreo. Died like a year ago.
You told me that,
yeah. Sad time. Yeah, very sad.
And on that note,
you tried to say it after the rape comment was made, but
what rape comment?
I mean, I'd love to think that's being edited out, but realistically, that's the funniest part of the video.
It's being turned up.
No, so I mean, I've lost all steam. I'll let you announce who our best worst celebrity tattoo is.
So, best worst celebrity tattoo for Straight to Series this week.
Yeah,
it was a tough one, guys.
Tough one.
Because, we're sick of making the same joke.
Yeah.
So we decided to get lazy.
Yeah.
And make the same joke again.
Yeah, pretty much. It's Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Woo! Congratulations, Ben.
Party popper.
Yeah. I don't know if you'll accept it from a alleged rapist, but congratulations.
Stop raping people. Okay. Congratulations, Ben Affleck, and stop raping people.
I never started. Much like this episode.
You're looking down the barrel of the camera. I never knew this, guys.
I never have. Never.
I just want to see the cuffs on you now.
Yeah.
He's a liar.
Yeah.
All that mad shit. Listen to other episodes.
Much like this episode never should have started. I have never raped anyone.
Wow.
And I never thought I'd have to say that.
Wow.
But,
going down like the Titanic.
Goodbye, everyone.
It's not 6 o'clock anymore. See you later.
Yeah, actually, hang on. No, not seeing us later.
It's always sex o'clock to this guy.
I went from being...
It's always sex o'clock to this guy.
I went from the beginning of this episode being complimented for creating Sex O'Clock. Then I lost Sex O'Clock. And then now I am Mike McGregor.
Now you're stuck on Sex O'Clock.
Yeah. Oh my God. I give up. Thank you, everyone. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, please do.
I won't be here next week.
He'd be in prison. See you.
Nope. Just no.